course types.
Sorry, Dr. Sue, I forgot to turn on recording. Um, yes, sorry, please carry on.
Yes,
You
I'll
were
repeat
saying.
that so I
Hmm.
get the recording too. Yes, so you've got your AI course for your young students,
Yep.
and then but you had to market to the parent. So
Yes.
what kind of webinar did you have for that? And I mean, obviously, the sales pages and all that. I was just wondering how much, what type of stuff did you give them? Was it just all about what the child's going to get? Was there anything you gave the parents, or they had any takeaways, or was just still strictly about what the child's going to learn from the course?
Okay. So from that point of view, okay, so we have obviously we have different sessions for onboarding. That's obviously after they sign up. But beforehand, so the page essentially, the landing page essentially, we actually have double pages. So one is for the kid, one is for the child, and then there's one page for the parent. Um, then the actual parent page is actually designed, written for the parent. So it's all about their concerns, addressing all their concerns about what their kids might be missing out, or what their their general one concern for the kids not speaking up or being not be able to stand up for themselves, and all the different things. So that is what that one page is actually to communicate what the parents, how this course will actually help the parents to help the kid. So there's one part of that. So we run the session for the parents, and we talk to them about, address any of their issues, so they take away, and how there are tools that they can actually work together. So this is about the parent. And obviously kids these days, well, I guess they do actually have far more, say in what they wanted to do or what they get signed up to and things like that. So there is a page also to actually for the kids to go on to look at what they're going to be learning. What kind of things. It's all about convincing the child or the young leader that they actually wanted to sign up and take part of this, because it is important for the kids to be engaged, as for the parents to actually make sure that they are where they need to be to attend the classes. Is that
Right.
helpful?
So what? Yeah. So what? And what age group do you have those kind of geared for? The kids page.
So we actually have 8 to 12, and then we got a 13 to 17. So that's two different groups.
Okay.
The one that I've been demoing, the one that I've actually cloned to for demo purposes, is actually the 8 to 12.
Okay. Yeah, because it's got a lot. Um, do you, Now, did you make the characters all that different than the older ones, or the same
Um,
characters?
Slightly older. So the character for the 13 plus is older. And we're currently, because we've gone through a couple of pilots, so now we're actually modifying that at the moment. But I can share that with you next time if you wanted to just see a snapshot of what that looks like. But it's yeah, they are essentially the same, and I do think that with the 13 plus they have more say. The kids have more say in whether they wanted to
Right. Yeah.
participate or not, obviously. Being older, they have obviously more reasoning skills, and younger child, that the parents just put them on. But I do think it's actually really important, Dr. Sue, that I think you have to talk to both, because you want the kids to be participating and engaged. But voluntary compliance is always much easier than the parents forcing them to do this. But it's actually
Okay.
about, essentially parents are the one that's paying for it. So I think if you were to create one to start with, I would actually focus on the parent, because they're the one that's paying for it. And essentially, parents is your target market. And then you can actually, in stage 2, because like we always say, Dr. Sue, as you know, that I don't recommend that you do both at the same time, but I will actually focus on talking to the parents first. And the language that you will use is actually about addressing parents' concern and what the parents
Right.
is going to get. That's what I will focus on to start with. And then the next
Right. So
stage you
I've
can
got, yeah,
actually,
okay.
mm.
Yeah, I've got all that. And I never did anything for the athlete. Do you have any live, are there any links that go to those pages for those groups?
Yeah, they are.
That,
I can actually share them with you, Dr. Sue. I believe I
I mean,
have
they
your
just the
email
sales
address.
pages, just to
Yeah, they
see
are.
how they
They are.
they look
They are
like,
sales
and
pages.
look at the webinar. And how long is that kind of that webinar that's on that page?
Okay,
Is that a
so
short?
I
Like,
don't share the webinars public, obviously, but usually I try to keep them to half an hour, maximum 45 minutes. So we don't, we want to keep them relatively short, just
okay,
because answer their questions. And so the intention is to actually keep things contained because sometimes, I think, most people have the same questions. Most parents have the same concerns, same questions. So I think you can actually answer them relatively efficiently. And you will know your
right,
topic, Dr. Sue. So we keep them relatively short. So just to make sure they are not, these sessions don't get dragged out. The idea of it is that, obviously your program is actually a elite program. So that it might even pay to, if they have more extensive questions, you can invite them onto a one-on-one 15 minutes. So you just address that question to convert the sign up in the last part of the conversation. Sometimes it's harder to convert when you got 20, 30 people in the room because they're kind of going, well, are you focused on me? But when you give them an extra 15 minutes outside, sometimes
right,
it's
yeah,
actually that's where the conversion process, and especially your price tag is quite, as what you said, is actually quite a high level. So I think that 15 minutes is totally worth it. Worth your time to actually,
yes, yeah, and
yeah.
yeah, they can get a free call for more information. And but so are you? But do you have just any kind of a video on those sales pages?
Yes, there is a video of what, just a demo basically of what the kids is gonna get, but it's actually designed for the
Okay,
parent. So we use the same characters. So that's the trainer, basically. There's the AI trainer. This is what the kids is going to get because the parents also has to ascertain whether the kids would participate. So that's why we have used the same characters to show them this is what you're going to get. And obviously the write-up is all
okay,
about some, I can actually, let me quickly show you this page actually. Hang on. Just bear with me for a moment. So, and Dr. Sue, I've also actually have split up the landing page, so not too much information overload. This is a landing page. So the landing page is actually all about what they're going to get, and but I don't put the how, what's going to happen and how many sessions and all that sort of thing is in a separate page. So once they have decided to commit and say, tell me more, then I share the next part of the information. The reason is that you want them to really focus on what the transformation they're going to get for their kids rather than bombard them with too much information. Because when they're overloaded, they can't make a decision because there's just so much information to absorb. Um, if that if I'm if that makes sense. But anyway, let me just quickly share this with you. So this is the landing page, Dr. Sue, and there's obviously the video. I will share this with you if you like. So you can actually have a look, obviously, the testimonials and what it is and how it works. Just a really high overview, bird's eye view of how this works and their journey, and obviously the sales page and a frequently asked question So yeah. So this is the landing page, but there's the next part, which is the briefing, which they get more information on exactly how many sessions and what it is, and what they're going to get. Yeah, so that's just another page on its own, and it's quite extensive as well. So I just didn't when we started building it, and then when the parents are asking stage 1, stage 2, and it's just the page got a bit too big. And in my opinion, that's the personal opinion, is that I don't need to give them that much information if they are not interested. So all they need to know is
Well,
what they're
that's
going to get in the
yeah.
transformation.
My sales page, my sales page was just going on and on and on. When you try to put in the modules and breaking down the modules, like you said, all you really need is that bird's eye view, and that's enough.
Yeah,
At this
so
stage,
yeah, they will
right?
ask you for more. Don't get me wrong, they will ask you for more. Let me show you. This is the next part. This is where we broken up the second part. This is the details of, obviously there will be a little bit of information just to remind them what it is. And so yeah, so this is what's going to happen, and this is the schedule, and what do they need in terms of tech requirements. So yeah, so this has just been broken up into two parts of the landing page. So once they start to say, can you share with me more? Because I need to see if they will actually fit in with the schedule, or, most parents will ask this, and how is that all going to happen? And what are they going to get actually on every week, or, what kind of exercise and that kind of stuff. So you can actually break up your page. So you share the first part, which is focus on the transformation, and just a quick bird's eye view of what they're going to get. But you want to, when they are almost converted and they are going, okay, so now I need to make sure they can fit it, this can fit in my schedule. Then you share the second part, because that will be relevant then. Otherwise, it's just information for information's sake. But that's a personal thing. I just don't believe in information overload. So
Oh
is
yeah,
that
yeah,
is that helpful?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Dr. Sue, did you build your landing page in Go Plus?
Um, actually, I did it. The sales page. No, I did it on my website. So, but I'm changing it because I've changed platforms and all that over to Go Plus,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get the stuff to transfer over. So I'm just going to use XP and just use all their stuff. It's a lot simpler than Go Plus.
Yeah. And then I do think, Dr. Sue, that if you do get, I would highly recommend, yes, absolutely, start with the Experienceify. But once you wanted to start splitting landing pages, Go Plus is actually a really easy, friendly to use. In terms of a sales page, is actually quite simple. So it's also a drag and drop system, but start in XP. So I don't want to divert you from there. But you can create as many sales page in Go Plus as you like, and it's because it's lifetime, right? So that's all part of it. So I would highly recommend that if you're.
So you're saying I can't have my 3 sales pages in XP going to the same thing.
So Experienceify, you can only have one order form. So you want to set it up as an order form, but obviously you can create custom pages as your landing pages if you like. I guess, but
yeah, because I mean I could have 3 landing pages all go because the parent's going to buy, so it's still going to be one order form.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But I just think that you can. How does that work? Sorry, can you just let me check something, Dr. Sue? I'm just trying to think whether that custom page is. Just bear with me for a moment. If I wasn't signed up into the course, whether I can still.
Well, what I would do is I would make one landing page, like the one that I've got for the parent, and just for kids.
Sorry, Dr. Sue, you just broke up.
Page actually to an order form or not?
Sorry, Dr. Sue, I missed most of that. You broke up.
Oh, well, do your kids' landing pages, those that don't actually link to an order form, do they?
No, definitely not. Because we don't need
Yeah,
little
so it's just my parent.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's just my parent landing page that would go to the one purchase page.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check to make sure that hang on, just bear with me for just let me check something. The reason I wanted to make sure is that if we built a custom page, because this, and anything you built in the Experienceify apart from the order form, I just wanted to check this. I just want to check this. And the reason is that the only thing that's public before you sign up is actually the order form. So with a custom page, you need to be already signed up to the course to be able to access it or not, is what I'm just checking, if that makes sense. Just checking this.
Yeah, but I could have 3 sales pages.
What do you mean? An Experienceify?
Yeah, I mean, you said, I mean, basically you're using 3 sales pages, right? The parent page, and then the 2 kid pages
Yes, those
to
are
describe the
yes.
course. So those are basically like sales pages. You're just not going to sell. There won't be an order button on the kids' pages.
Yes. But those were built in Go Plus though.
Oh,
Yeah. The reason, let
I
me
mean,
show
I could,
you.
I could,
Let
I
me, let
could
me,
build them in Go Plus. I just find
yeah.
XP is easier.
Oh, XP is definitely easier, except your access issue. Because if you have because you only allow one order form per course. So that way you can only have one set of information. And I was actually thinking about custom pages, which I'm very fond of. But with custom pages, you actually need to be signed up to a course before you can access it. So you can't. So those are not public access pages. So
Right,
I
right.
think
Yeah, no, I won't. Yeah,
for
custom
the
pages, I
easier,
won't have them.
yeah. And I do think that was Go Plus, because the landing page is only one page, right? And it's actually quite simple. You can actually clone it. And once you create the first one, you can clone it and just replace the information for the kids. So
Right.
you will actually have you will actually obviously have 3 different addresses for different things. So that way I think it might be a bit cleaner and a more powerful way to do it, because Dr. Sue, later down the track, you probably end up wanting to create another briefing page or something else. And then if they're all in one area, then you can actually keep updating and adding pages. If you, a very specific sales page or landing page for a very specific thing, especially if you say, you got a promotion going on and you're running a special event for 3 days. You can actually clone your page and then edit the information, still have your original page, but that's later down the track. But I do highly recommend, though, if that's a track you're going down, you want to do what we have done, is that I will highly recommend that you actually build your landing pages in Go Plus, because that will be much easier trying to figure out how to make access. But there are ways around it if you really want to only use Experienceify for those pages.
Okay. Well, if I do that, then if I could go from the Go Plus landing page and then send them to the order page on XP, and then they'll immediately get all those magic links and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or you,
Yeah, yeah. So, but I mean, because now the Experienceify and XP are obviously they are talking to each other. So you can as simple as build an order form and on your landing page, and it will take you straight through to Experienceify as well. So
yeah. Okay, I'll have to leave that, like I said, because I haven't started. I got to start over building all that.
but you have actually, have you built an order form in Experienceify already?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
I've just done. Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
my new website is on Go Plus.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm and I'm gonna do another website on Go Plus because the one I built is basically my book page,
Yeah.
selling my book and the programs, and this program goes with it, but I need my generic page, and I'll just you know I'll
Yeah.
just start over.
Yeah.
But I can
Dr.
clone the one I've got.
Yeah. Dr. Sue, with your video offer that you got, do you have some strategy session included in your expert sessions included in that package? I was just actually I'm trying to look for that offer. Um,
Um,
do you remember?
no, I missed. They just made an offer and I missed it because I was traveling for to do the videos. That was a separate purchase than to build the course for the videos.
Yeah. But
From the
you
videos.
Yeah, but you said you have taken the video course, right? You are taking the video course?
No,
Or
that's the
no?
one I
Okay.
missed out on.
Oh, that's the one
That's
you
the
missed out
one.
on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I thought I could contact support because I've got the one that they take the videos, but then I was looking. I can only find one video. I mean, it's older, and that was just that was all about what parents can do, to help their kids.
Yep. Yeah.
Like what to say on competition day, that type of thing. It
Yeah.
was not, and I mean, that's more like a mini course. I mean, that would be,
Sure.
there's only enough material for, EMC or something like that. So I don't want to waste my money on that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for
So,
sure. For sure. So are you just checking. So you missed out on the video making, but did you say you bought another package? Or no, you didn't. You
the
missed out.
package where yes,
You did.
where this one came out before that, where they
Yeah.
take your videos, turn it into a course for you.
Yeah. The AI one? No? Okay.
It's a done for you.
Oh, it's a done for you. Okay. Do you remember vaguely, do you remember what was included on that?
Yeah, it was a big package. So basically they'll take up to 10 videos of yours
Yeah.
and turn it into a course, and they'll build
Okay.
it all out,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah. Dr. Sue, the reason I'm checking is because depending on when you bought the package, you might actually have 3 expert sessions included. And
Oh, I think I do.
You do. So Dr. Sue, if you want to, we can actually, I'm happy to help you just because we've been talking for a while. That I can actually, if you want me to be your expert, I'm happy to do that. And then we can actually help you map this out if you wanted to. So pop a strategy and pop a mapping out on the whiteboard to go, you need to build this. And this is probably what I recommend where you built this. If you wanted to do that, I'm happy to be the expert that help you walk through that, or jump on the calendar and the expert can actually help you plan this out. Because use those sessions, they are really helpful. So
okay.
Yeah. So just make sure that
I got that in my I know I got that in my package.
Yeah. Yeah. So use those sessions now to actually get this planned out so that you can go, okay, I'll do this first, then I'll do next, I'll do that. And then that will be a systematic way of you walking through step by step. I will create this today and tomorrow, and we can actually even break it down into bite-sized pieces, so that you
Right.
can go, okay, I'll do this. And so otherwise you're looking at this giant plan and you get overwhelmed, and then you kind of going, that will take 3 hours. I don't have 3 hours, but we can actually break things down into half-an-hour slots so you can actually make it achievable. So
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah, no. Just so if it's already included, you already pay for it. So please do use it. So we're not just looking at one part; we're looking at a whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, and I can do that through Marina, right?
Yeah. So
All
no,
right.
actually, I
Tell
believe
Marina.
the three. Sorry, you have the tech. I believe the package should include, I think, tech sessions, so that those are the done for you team, but there's the expert sessions, which is, I believe, is 3 sessions. So you
Yeah,
can actually jump on the expert XP expert sessions calendar and book that through there. But if you for
Oh,
some reason
okay.
can't find me, just send me an email and say, can I actually use these sessions with you? And then I will be able to. I'll just let
Sure.
Rachel know. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we can
Yeah,
actually
that'd be great.
do a one-on-one, just you and me, and then we can actually go through, or expert will do this one-on-one with you anyway, and then map this out and going, okay, here's a plan of attack, and I want to create X, Y, Z. And then we can actually check in and just make sure that you're on track and you're happy, because you have 3 sessions.
Yeah.
So
Oh, no, that'd be great.
yeah. So have a look and check your plan. I'm sure you do have 2 parts. So there's the tech part, which is done for you, and then there's the XP expert sessions, which that's me and my colleagues, and the other
Okay.
experts. So just that I think that there are about 7 of us, and so it doesn't have to be me. So it can be my
Well, no,
colleagues as well.
it'd be much better for you because I'm doing a similar course to yours,
Sure.
and that's that even kind of confuses some of the other people at times when it's I'm even just trying to do some of the videos. Like I said, I got to sell it to the parent, but it's for the kids, and sometimes you put that into like the EMC, it kept getting confused that I wanted to sell. I'm not
Yeah.
The the kid's not buying this.
Yeah.
I have to courses for the kid, but I got to change
Yeah.
the sales material.
Yeah.
So some of those AI things get confused on,
For sure.
you know,
For sure. Yeah. So
as well.
yeah. So Dr. Sue, yeah, no, I totally understand, and that's why we have actually, and the big question. I mean, it's quite easy to answer who's actually paying for this, and then that answers the question. But you do still, though, ultimately the kid is the client, ultimate client that's actually going to be consuming. So that's why I highly recommend breaking it up into 2 parts. So one for the parent and one for the kids, because it's much easier than mixing the message, because you'll use slightly different language when you're talking to a young athlete as opposed to talking to a parent that's actually 40 years old, or
Oh, of
70
course.
somewhat,
Yes.
paying for it. So the language is really different, because the kids don't they wanted to know what they're going to get through and how that's going to help them, but the parents wanted to know what kind of achievement and elevation this course can actually give the kids, and that's 2 different messages. So yeah, you'll know that, and that's probably why you think it's that sometimes the message gets a bit mixed up. So if you were to create an EMC, I will do an EMC for the parent, and then I will do a experience page for sorry, a experience page, probably even just one training for the athlete, if that's what you wanted to do, or just basically 2 EMCs with different messaging if you wanted to. If you want to use it as a sales tool, but I don't think you need to do that, because I think sales page and EMC for the parents is all about elevation. So elevating the kids' success. That's what's I think that's what's the focus, right? So even the
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but it helps.
Well, and there's
It helps if the kids
yeah,
wanted
and I
to do it
also
too.
have yeah, and I have to make sure that they're on board because this is very different. Working on mind stuff is
Yeah,
very different than learning, an academic skill like
yeah,
they're used to in school. So yeah,
yeah,
they have to be on board. And so I'm actually creating a 4-week course that's a pre-course
yep,
to the longer thing, just to kind of also read them out, you know.
yep,
And the first one's a lot more, a lot more generic. I mean, we're going to cover a bunch of stuff, but it won't get them into a longer coaching program, 12 weeks or whatever.
yep,
They'll
yep,
just come in for 4. And this is like the pre-work. Then they're kind of ready for the rest. And same format, same everything. So it'll be easy to make the transition into the course because the course mainly follows a 4-week format as
yep,
well.
yep, for sure.
It's going to start right into, one of the mental game strategies, let's just say. And the first one all goes into future self and mindset and goal setting. And
Yeah,
so it's all planning your future. And then we get into and then if they want to continue, then they go on. So
yeah,
that's how I'm going to kind of figure mine.
yeah.
So they kind of will self-select at that point.
Yeah, yeah. And I do think that Dr. Sue, once we actually, if we were to actually having a discussion session, we'll do a big picture overall first, and then we can actually start slotting some of these things into places of, this is what I wanted to create. But we're going to actually, once we've finished that, so you can actually see everything in the overview, but we're going to pull that right back and going, okay, so where do we need to start? The very bare minimum of what do we need to actually get this course started and out there selling. That's the most important because from the moment that's ready to out there in the world, it obviously takes a little while to build up momentum, and sometimes you start with 2 or 3 or 5 or 10. But you can start the conversation with the parents and you can tweak all these wordings because obviously the objections, the questions, and the words will come from the parent, because if one parent has an issue, one parent have the question, they're bound to be 2, 3, 4 more parents that's concerned about the same thing, especially for athletes and things like that. So we can actually plan these out if you wanted to, or my colleagues can help you too. They are an amazing bunch of people. So whichever way that works.
Good. But yeah,
So,
no, I think the expertise that I need.
Yeah, sure.
And you've worked with me all these times. So
Yeah.
okay, I'm in the mountains now, and I'm going to lose service real soon.
Yeah.
So I appreciate all your help.
You're
Sorry
most welcome.
nobody else showed up, but this
No,
was
that's
good.
okay. Yeah, absolutely.
And,
So, Dr. Sue, when you're ready,
could you
sorry.
email me those links though, so I can go look at your sales pages?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
for sure. And let me know when you're back in town into the city, and you're ready to if you wanted to schedule these sessions, they're happy to help. And then I would just email Rachel and let her know if that's what you wanted to do, and then we can actually book in the first session and get this big, thing mapped out, and then you'll feel better, and then we can start doing little micro things and task lists and things like that.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
sounds great.
But I will send you the link. All right.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much.
Bye, Dr. Sue. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye.